Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been like 5 years since I actually sat down and made a video. I mean, that's a totally different story. But this video is about Switzerland, its itinerary, and there are so many videos out there in YouTube which talks about Switzerland itinerary, how you can plan your video, how you can plan your trip. But how is this video so different? It's because I'm giving you the slightest details regarding the sim, regarding the public transport, regarding which places are worth visiting, which places are not, and everything that you need in this video. So let's dive into the video and see how we can plan a Switzerland trip. I recently had been there. It's absolutely beautiful. I think you all should visit Switzerland. Let's manifest it at least. Anyone who's not planning to visit Switzerland also can watch this video so that you can down the line plan ahead.
So there are three main cities we would be covering in Switzerland. One would be the Zurich, where we would land. From there we would take a train to Interlaken, and from Interlaken, after we finish roaming around there, we would take a train to Lucerne. From Lucerne, we have a direct train to the Zurich airport, so we would get back to Zurich airport. And that's the main three cities we would be covering in our Switzerland trip.
So first thing first, so you land in Zurich, you have the day off for you, like you can explore the city, you can go around, you can have some good dinner, because if you plan any activities on that day, it'll be if your flight get delayed or anything, it might cause an issue. So let's keep that day for yourself, for you to calm down and just explore the city on your own. However, before I could say that you can explore the city, when you land to Zurich, the most important thing you need to do is get a SIM. So we got a SIM on Lucerne airport, Lucerne train station, but I think there are facilities at Zurich airport where you can get a SIM for yourself. Trust me when I say this, Switzerland is expensive, and I'm saying this in the beginning itself so that you have an idea. So we got a SIM that is having a 1-year validity, but the unlimited data pack was only for 7 days, and that costed at around 40 Swiss francs. That is pretty expensive. I mean, we traveled from London, so we had an Libera SIM, so which it's supposed to work in Europe, but apparently Switzerland does not come under Europe when it comes to roaming, so you have to get another SIM, and it's pretty expensive. That is 40 Swiss franc is what, around 4,000 rupees for just 7 days. There are many networks where you can choose from. I think there are 3 main networks that you can choose, but the prices are similar to what I said, like 40, 30 or 20. It's better to get an unlimited pack because you're going to roam around for the whole day, so you'll be outside the hotel. Even though the hotel has Wi-Fi, it's better to get an unlimited pack so that you can have all your details on your fingertips. And Switzerland network is really good, so if you're on top of the peak, like the mountains, you still get network. So that's really good, because that will help you plan your journey ahead. So that's really good. We got the salt one. I think I'll tag the link in the description where you can see which are the packs that you can get, which provider is better for you. I'll first list out the apps. So booking.com is where you would do your hotel bookings, and have an Airbnb app as well on your phone, because it's really better to have a backup. And then comes the most important app, Trainline app. Trainline app is very important if you want to move around in Switzerland or anywhere in Europe for that matter. You can literally book tickets just 10 minutes before the train you're going to move into. So Trainline app is really important. And the third important app is Get Your Guide. So Get Your Guide is an app where you book all your activities. So but the thing is, if you want to plan your journey and you want to book any activities, you have to book it at least 3 to 4 days ahead. So once you land in Zurich, get your SIM card, travel to your hotel, check in with your bags, and then explore the city by yourself for that day. Because if you plan any activities, in case your flight delays or anything happens, you would want to take that day slow, so you don't have to rush into any activities. and it would be evening, so there's not much to do, so you can explore the city by yourself. Then the next day, however, you can plan the Rhine Falls. So that one night in Zurich is the only stay I suggest, because there is nothing much to do in Zurich except exploring the city and going to the Rhine Falls. So you can check out, keep your bags in the hotel and go to the Rhine Falls, come back, get your bags, and then travel to Interlaken. Now, Interlaken is one of the beautiful towns I've ever been to. It's so beautiful. It's everywhere you see, you want to click a picture. It's that beautiful. Even just the train station near Interlaken, I think there's a Rennes river that flows through Interlaken station, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So you go to Interlaken, check in there, and because you would have already finished the Rhine Falls tour, so Interlaken would be I would say you would reach there by 6-7. I think the day is already finished. You can just explore the city if you want, have some good dinner, and just check into your hotel and have a good day there. And the next day you can plan a number of activities.
This was our outside hotel view in the Interlaken hotel that we stayed in. The view was extremely beautiful. The peaceful nature, the Indian hotels were also nearby, and everything you want, you could get it from this hotel. Apart from that, you can also request the hotel for a balcony, because I think even in summers, the view would be even more spectacular. We had this, as you can see, there are mountain views, the snow-capped mountains. As I said, it was beautiful.
So the next day I would suggest you plan Iseltwald.
Iseltwald is a beautiful place which you can explore by yourself. All you have to do is take a bus ride, which would be again free because of the visitor's travel card that you get along with your hotel booking. You can take a bus ride. It's around 20 minutes to get there, and the views are spectacular. The whole bus ride was so beautiful. After Iseltwald, you can visit Haderklum. This is near to the Interlaken O station, a hardly 11 minutes walk. We got some of the best pictures there. This had one of the most beautiful views. It had a cliff walk, and you can go to the restaurant up there. To get to Haderklum, we paid 58 Swiss francs, which includes discount from the travel card.
So when you're in Lucerne, I would highly suggest go to this waterfall. I think it's called Tumblebach, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right. But go to this waterfalls. We weren't allowed because we had Avni with us, and children are not allowed below, I think, 4 years. So if you're traveling with a child, then even you can't go there if your child is under 4 years. But I heard the waterfall is really good. We actually went there, so we had to take a bus ride from Lucerne to Lauterbrunnen. So there's a short story. When we visited this falls, we had to get on another stop, which was, I think, 4 or 5 stops later, but we got on in middle, and I was so angry with my husband Yogesh that, why didn't you see properly? Why did we get down here? And the next bus is another 30 minutes later. What are we going to do here? But then when we lost that, we got to know that, okay, we have to spend 30 minutes here waiting for another bus. We just explored that place. It was so beautiful. I'll put some photos and also video if I have anything here. But it's just that sometimes you take the wrong direction, wrong path, get on the wrong stop, but then you realize such a beautiful spot it was.
I highly recommend visiting Lauterbrunnen. It's one of the most beautiful towns I have seen. You get to see actual Switzerland beauty here. So just spend at least 1 or 2 hours here, because even the pathway to the waterfalls is very beautiful. After spending good amount of time in Lauterbrunnen, get back to Interlaken Ost and have that day for leisure, as we have a lot of activities planned on the next day. On the next day, you can check out from the hotel and visit Grindelwald first. So next day you will be going to Grindelwald first. To get there, you have to take a train ride to Grindelwald first, and from there you have to get a cable car ride. The cable car ride costs around 69 Swiss francs, which is expensive, but once you get on the top, there are so many activities that you can do, which comes in a package. So you can do them as a package, or you can do them individually as well. You have a selection of that.
So I suggest do the activities in Grindelwald first. You'll have an amazing experience. Then you can get back to your hotel in Interlaken, collect your bags, and then go to Lucerne. So Lucerne would be like the last destination you would see in terms of town. But from Lucerne, once you get to Lucerne, check in and then explore the city by yourself, because it would be already a tiring process. But most importantly, when you travel from Interlaken to Lucerne, it's one of the most beautiful train rides you would ever see. It's spectacular. So the trains run every, I think, half an hour or so, but the panoramic view that you would get, it's and no matter which side of the train you would sit, left, right, doesn't matter, both the sides have most beautiful views.
This was our stay in Lucerne. This was pretty compact apartment, but it was very self-sufficient. We also had a small kitchen where we could heat up anything if we want. But it is a very small apartment and had train lines outside the window, just right outside the window, which could get noisy in summers.
The next day in Lucerne, you will plan your activities, such as you can go to Mount Jungfrau, or you can go to Mount Pilatus, or you can go to Mount Titlis. Either of these three, because Jungfrau is on the top highest mountain you could get to. But in case you're not too much into activities such as skiing or snowing, I don't know what kind of activities happen on Jungfrau, but we did go to Mount Pilatus.
To get to Mount Pilatus, you have to take a bus ride to Kenz, and from there you can take a cable car ride. The cable car ride again is around 58 Swiss francs, but you get a discount there as well. So enquire, and the views are pretty beautiful. So the best part about this Pilatus mountain, I'm not sure about the other mountains, is that you have this glass, but the view is superb. So actually you can see the mountains but not feel very cold. So it's out of the box. So after Mount Pilatus, you can plan to visit the Chapel Bridge. This is a pretty awesome bridge. I would say it's an old bridge but has amazing views. We got some of our best pics here, and this is free of cost. Like, you don't have to pay anything to get there. It's just near the train station. After finishing the Chapel Bridge, you can also visit the Lucerne cruise. You can do the Lucerne cruise. So do visit this place.
So when in Lucerne, when you're taking the cruise, if you want to take the cruise for Lucerne Lake, they take you to a place. If you're booking a roundabout cruise, then remember they take you to a place, like I think it is Catamaran stop or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right, but they take you to a stop, and then you have an option to just sit back in the cruise and get back, or you can also choose to get down, spend an hour there and come back. When you get down, you see that there's a I think steep train kind of thing, cogwheel train, which takes you to a resort. So we did not know it was taking up to a resort. Even though the place that they take you up to is beautiful, it's like a panoramic view that you get of the city, but it was not worth it. We paid around 58 Swiss francs for that. I think that was a waste of money. I would suggest you can skip that. You can just enjoy the beauty, or just take the cruise back to your place, because there's nothing much to do. It's just a dock that is there when you go when you take the cruise. So you just come back and spend your time there with the Chapel Bridge and stuff like that, but don't take that cogwheel train and go up to the resort. We did not even know that we were going actually to resort. The resort was for people who are actually going to stay there, but even visitors were allowed, and you can just see the view. There was nothing much, but the best part was when we were going in the cogwheel, the higher we got, there was a snowfall, and it looked so magical. I mean, there were some moments like that when we felt, okay, maybe it's not worth it, but we made a good use of it. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest that place. Instead, you could do the Lake Brenz, or in Interlaken, I think. Yeah, in Interlaken there's Lake Brenz cruise as well. So that's one more thing that you can do instead of Lake Lucerne. But even Lake Lucerne cruise was good. I think that was around 23 Swiss francs. That was 1 hour ride to the stop, like catamaran stop and back. So that was good. One more important stuff I would like to mention is I had this thinking whether I should get the Swiss travel pass or no, and I think we were good without that. Whatever, as I mentioned, the travel card and whatever discounts we got because of the travel card that the hotels give us, I think it was good. You don't need a Swiss travel pass, and they're pretty expensive. They're around 238 or I don't know 258 Swiss travel pass. That is, you get free ferries, you get trains, trams, buses, everything. But I would like to say you still have to make booking for these cable car rides, which is again expensive. So it's like 258 plus whatever amount you keep paying. So I think that was not worth it for us. We were there for just 3 days, 4 days, so it was not worth it. I don't think it's necessary to get a Swiss travel pass, but in case you're planning to go from Switzerland to some other country in Europe, getting a Eurail pass would be maybe very good, because you get a lot of the trains, like if you're going for other countries, are pretty expensive, and that comes handy when you have a Eurail pass. But however, I think you have to still make bookings for it, like not by paying, but at least make a booking that you're going to be on the train for that day. So overall, these were the things I had to share it with you guys for the Switzerland video. If you guys like this video, please like, share and subscribe. It's been so long saying this, like, I mean, 5 years back, I was thinking, okay, this is what I want to do, and things didn't go that way. But I think one small like or any comment would make me really happy and keep me motivated to do some more videos. So thank you so much for watching.